What's up, you guys? The Supercoach update is here. We did use our last two trades, and Cleary came in. Unfortunately, that was not the play. Didn't captain him, so I picked up an extra few points there, which we'll get into in a second there. But I'm out of trades now, and I did make 21 ranks in this week, and you'll see why I didn't make some more in 1 second here. So look at this. This is pretty disgusting. So on Thursday night, I decided to bench Garrick, just thinking that against Panthers that unlikely to score a try or to do too well. Picked up a try, picked up a line break assist, and obviously a couple of goals as well. So that 80 was a lovely start for the squad, obviously there. Trading in Cleary, not getting a terrific score from him. I then benched Mulatalo, and I also benched Tohu Harris. So I had an 80, an 87, and 110 on my bench there, which was an absolute shocker. So there you go. And then I had a bunch of 40s, obviously there with Hopgood with 41 in my playing side. We had Tapane and also Greg Marzu with 44 and 45 there. And then obviously, a couple of low ones in Cleary there at 53. Hines was low at 55. So a lot of the top guns there. Cam Murray as well, 48. So I suppose, the lesson learnt there with this one is at this time of the season when I'm looking to push myself into the top 1,000, or if you're trying to do the same in your squad, that you probably want to go for more the upside guys. The guys that I end up playing are probably likely to get somewhere in the 60s in Tapane, in Hopgood, in Cam Murray, these types of players. And then, these other guys, as I said, the outside backs there. Tohu Harris is a bit of a lucky one. He was on a very low score before he got his try late. And very much the same in last week as well. So, he's just putting himself in the right position to score tries. But, guys like Mulatalo and Garrick, they have that boom potential, but obviously have that bust potential that we've seen with Ronnie. And I think that's what's scaring me away from him. He's been, had a bunch of low scores, then carrying an injury. And then this one obviously scored really well. And the Sharkies are kind of on the improve again. So that's that there. But, Horsburgh with 58 as well. So nothing really too much worked out of my trade-in of Gagai. So I end up going Gags in for Isaac Tungo, and he hasn't even been named again. So that was a good decision on that front. And then obviously moved on Moses to Cleary. So overall, I did a lot better than I could have, to be honest with you. With that one, I would have had Moses really low score, and then I wouldn't have got Gagai's 97, which he played really, really well in that one there. So To'o's 77 was good. Cody Walker back up to an 81, which was nice. Adam Fanua-Blake with his try, 98. Joey Manu's 72. Osako was solidly 67. We had Grant the 110. Munster the 87. Ponga as captain with his 77. Was solid, guys. I can't complain too much with a lot of those scores, and that's why I ended up making a couple of ranks there. So could have been a little bit better, could have been a lot worse as well if I didn't end up making any trades. So good news for my team this week is that I did win my head-to-head. So I lost, and I came second in my competition. I mean, in the one competition, given it's the first sort of proper year that I'm playing here. I'm mainly playing for overall, so I didn't join any head-to-head leagues, but I lost that first round. I got done by about 100 or so, and then won this second one, so I'm into the semi-final of my league there. And then we also have the JBFA SC crew, so I'm actually ranked second in that one, so there's only a small group of people that were playing in both there, but I'm into second position, and the team that is winning it at the moment is Brendan. So good stuff to Brendo there. He's got me by almost 300 points. So, going to be a tough one to push up into that one. He's ranked 597. So, as I said, there's not too many in this group. And, a few of the guys there, if you're in that top 10, shout out to you. Not that the top 10's too exciting, this one, given the 10th place is 12,750. So, we'll head to my squad now and just have a little bit of a look at where sort of we might be in a little bit of strife. And the only thing would be there, guys, is if we lose Harry Grant, and thankfully he was named and back starting this week, which is good. I didn't end up trading out Lodge after I brought him in. As you guys know, had a bunch of injury issues over the last sort of month, and still sitting with no injuries and no issues coming to this game. So no Lemuelu, no Payne Haas, no Reece Walsh. Obviously with the Broncos guys, Carrigan, and Tanner Boyd, all those kind of guys that have been are out this week basically. So we look at our center wing, and I've got 5 guys that are available, which is good. Both my 5'8", both my halfback, both my fullbacks in there as well. It's the 2RF that's a little bit light. We just have the 4, but that's still good. Obviously, that should cover me. Murray's going to be out next week. Next week's going to be my main issue with Murray out, with Cody Walker out. And then, is that it? Yeah, just the 2 at this point with the South guys. And that should be fine, considering I've got 3 guys on my bench that are very playable week to week. Mulatalo, Garrick, and also Harris that could slot in, and that's going to be completely fine unless we have any further injuries over the last 3 rounds here. is when we would get into some trouble. But at this point, we've still got like 20 really strong players that can do a really good job, and it's kind of a bit of a pain each week at the moment. Looking at the squad now, it's trying to work out who you'd actually play, and at the moment, Tohu Harris continues to score tries, but I think that's going to dry up, and I think he'll go back to about a 50, just with the way that he's playing at the moment. Again, offensively, he keeps putting himself in the right spots. He's having some nice line break assists, so it's more on the offensive side that he's getting more of his stats rather than his normal meat and potatoes, runs and tackles there. So Hopgood on the edge this week. There's a question with that as to what we do. We get Garrick right back into that side, but up against the Warriors, and then the Sharkies with Mulatalo. Do you play him up against the Cows? Like, you think the Cowboys really need to win this one? Dolphins are a little bit of strife, but they come up against Tigers, so it'd be silly not to play him. And then obviously, Marzu, Gags, To'o. We're not going to mess around with that. Would you play Tohu over Hopgood or a Murray? Probably not. And then what do we do with the front row forward? Do you move Tohu Harris up here and play him instead of a Tapine or Horsburgh? Or do you just hope that the game sort of turns around a little bit for Taps and Horsburgh, because they got absolutely smashed on the weekend, and there's definitely an opportunity for them to score much better against the Dogs. So it could almost just stay exactly the same, to be honest with you, with Garrick trying to come back in, but who do you drop for him? Probably a Hors or a Taps will get dropped out of my starting 17 for Garrick in this one. I'd say the rest is probably going to stay the same, and then captaincy is obviously the few things to look at. You've got Panthers up against the Titans, who $1.05 to $10 there, which is pretty wild. And then Melbourne should be able to have a good crack against St George as well. So in this one, probably looking likely that Cleary bounce back game after he's 53 as captain will be the right play there. There's no one really else that's standing out to myself there. Newcastle come up against South, so it's a little bit of a harder game, and South really need to win this one. So I do definitely think that the Cleary is going to be the play as captain in this one, which means we won't be vicing Hines. There's a good chance we vice Munster or something like that instead, which could work out. So that's that one, guys. That's the video we're at. Obviously no trades remaining, but I'll still do a quicker update each and every week for those that are watching. And obviously good luck to you for the last 3 rounds in at 1,600 now. Hoping to still make some improvements over the next few weeks and hopefully avoid some injuries there. Good luck in your teams. We'll see you in the next